What's up? It's Tom. I am here. I am alive, back at home with my steady internet that I can use. Was up in Duluth and around that area for a couple days, and the device I brought with to hopefully put together some videos was my iPad, and for whatever reason, it would not connect to my hotel's Wi-Fi. It was incredibly frustrating, but had a great time up there. I was up there with my wife and kids, and we had a nice time. I think I blew out my elbow and my shoulder. I threw so many rocks into the lake. They're both blown out, just completely shot. It was really nice. It might seem like a weird time of year to go up there in early April, but it's nice and quiet, very peaceful. A little on the cold side, but for a Minnesotan, it's nothing. So it was great. Glad to be back, though. Glad to be able to make these videos and talk about baseball with you guys. Starting off with the Twins game today, great victory for the Twins, a 6-1 win, and it all actually got started here. This looks like a low point with Byron Buxton, a scary hit by pitch, but he stays in the game and would score the first run for the Twins here with a Ty France single. A huge bottom of the fourth inning, they had a huge rally with that Buxton scoring the run, and then Jose Miranda here with 2 outs hits a 3-run home run, and he's fired up. He's getting the boys excited. They kept adding on, too. Matt Wallner gets this one through the infield for a run-scoring double, and then Carlos Correa, finally some luck, some batted ball luck, gets a single here, and they throw it away, so Wallner scores from third. 6-run fourth inning. Then in the top of the seventh, Jorge Alcala gets out of a bases-loaded jam here with a strikeout and then a flyout. Wow. And then he is fired up. Bailey Ober did not have a very good start today. We'll take a look at his numbers, but there's Alcala getting fired up. The bullpen was amazing in this game. I think it was 5 shutout innings from the bullpen. But Bailey Ober, again, not his best stuff. Walked 2 guys in 4 innings, and it took him 84 pitches to go 4. So Bailey Ober, his first 2 starts of this year, kind of uncharacteristic, but he did strike out 5 guys. So, that's something. It wasn't like it was a disastrous start or anything, only gave up a run. But, yeah, him only going 4 and walking a couple guys, usually that's not a big deal. But for a guy like Bailey Ober, it's a bit odd. But on the in the hitting side, we saw a lot of the highlights there with Miranda. It all happened there in the 4th inning, and they just got a good rally going and took advantage of it and kept it rolling. So a nice victory, 6-1 victory over Houston at home for the Twins on Saturday. Moving on over to the minor league side, starting off with Connor Prielipp highlights. He made his Double-A debut. I'm going to show you the full at-bat of all 3 of his strikeouts tonight. The guy I really want to be able to show you is Dasan Hill. Unfortunately, the Muscles were on the road, and the team they played did not have a broadcast available. So I don't have any highlights of Dasan Hill for you, but we'll talk about him in just a sec here. But here's Connor Prielipp again, showing you just the full at-bat from all 3 of his strikeouts. Prielipp, though, only goes 2 innings. Really labored through the first inning. He did go back out for the third, but hit the first batter he faced, which was the second hit batter of his outing. So they called it a day there. Prielipp's pitches look pretty good. I didn't have Baseball Savant data on this game in Double-A, but it looked like he was throwing the ball well. Looks like he was keeping guys off balance. It was pretty cold, but Prielipp being a Scotty, he's used to pitching and playing sports in that cold weather, so no big deal to him. He didn't look too rattled by it. Walker Jenkins got a hit. This was Wichita's first game of the year, I should call out. Jenkins was the DH, and he got a hit. And then here's Rayne Doncon in Cedar Rapids game. Hits a huge 3-run home run for Cedar Rapids in their win. Doncon playing first base. Interesting. Mostly played shortstop and some third base, but played first base. That Cedar Rapids infield is so stacked that some guys are going to have to kind of play some interesting spots sometimes. But moving over to the information on the minor league starting pitchers. The Saints did not play due to weather. It is so hard to play baseball in early April, late March and early April, and the Saints did not play today. Again, there's Prielipp's line. Only goes 2 innings, has to throw 47 pitches to do so. So not his best look. Alejandro Hidalgo, who missed all of last season, threw 60 pitches in his 4 innings, struck out 6. And then Dasan Hill, again, the guy I wanted to talk about, topped out at 97, hit 97 a couple times. This is the 19-year-old left-handed starter out of Texas. The Twins drafted in the 2nd round last year. This was his pro debut and only gives up 1 hit. It was a solo homer over 4 innings, strikes out 7 and doesn't walk anybody. He gets 13 swinging strikes on his 50 pitches. So Dasan Hill was already a guy we were going to be looking for this year. A little bit surprised that he's opening the year with a full season team. I thought they might hold him back a little bit to kind of limit his innings. They did roll out Charlie Soto to start the year last year. So they're kind of following that plan, but these are two pretty different body types, pretty different builds. Dasan Hill's a big, tall guy, but he doesn't have a whole lot of weight on him. And he's a really young kid, so he's going to get bigger and stronger. Charlie Soto was built like a horse when he was 18, so, it's kind of two different conversations there, but it's pretty encouraging just to see the fact that he's out there, opens the year in full season ball with the Mighty Muscles, let alone that he goes out, strikes out 7 and doesn't walk a guy in his first outing, 4 innings, first pro outing. What a first impression. And again, really wish we would have been able to watch that, but a lot of the Florida State League has broadcasts right now, but the team they played tonight was not one of them, unfortunately. On the hitting side, nothing too crazy. Rayne Doncon had the big hit, the home run, drove in 3 runs for Cedar Rapids in that game. The Colonels came back twice in that game and ended up winning. Tanner Schobel had a 2-hit night. Byron Chirrillo had a 2-hit night and drew a walk. Jose Rodriguez hit a home run for the Mighty Muscles. A big, powerful guy, so it was nice to see. So Twins win, Surge lose, Colonels and Muscles win. So a good night across the board. For the most part, Saints were rained out. We will be back at you again tomorrow. Hopefully, this was supposed to be the first full slate of all these teams playing, but the Saints were rained out. Maybe tomorrow. And, since I've been gone in a way, we missed some stuff. I think tomorrow I'll do a little bit, almost like a weekend review in addition to the usual system recap stuff. We'll dig a little bit deeper tomorrow, but still settling back in from that road trip, which again was great, but so frustrating to not be able to get stuff to work. I could have done videos still, kind of without the presentation, without the numbers, but I just gotten so fed up. I didn't have the energy for it and just relaxed the rest of the time. And I had a great time. So thanks for hanging in there with me. Good to be back. We'll talk again tomorrow.